what Arty Noobs for general disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 15555. It's the Tier 9 French SPG located on the north spawn of Mines. This one is under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and it's her first contribution to last week's competition. Yes, I know they got a bit behind. We had a lot of replays in, but this is the first replay from last week. And we'll more likely have all the other replays from last week as well to follow up. Game on! 155mm howitzer. It's capable of doing 680 alpha, 48mm of pen, and 7.6 meters on the burst radius with between 12 and a quarter and 27 seconds of stun. This RT has a rotating turret, which means that Angelina can be looking at the target, but the gun might not be slewed to it until you see the rescue. And there the rescue appears. She's loaded, ready to go. Rounds out. First shot gets a hit on a pattern tank for 210. And all that Angelina has to do to avoid the return fire is actually just move slightly. And she's moved far enough away that the enemy shells shouldn't hit. In fact, she's a little too close, actually, to the original firing position. She's almost loaded again. She fires another shot in, just missing the LCM90, but she did stun him. And she's changing position again. Now, as it says, Bat Chat 15555. Now, the 155 is the caliber, but the 55 is actually the year that this was designed. There were two versions, one in 1955, the other one in 58. That's the autoload version. And she's taken out her opposition, or one of her oppositions, straight away. There's another enemy Arty out there. It's the M53, M55. And so she's having a look around to see if she can find out. Well, she's not looking for the other enemy Arty, but she's certainly looking for another target. And she's got the IS-7, rounds out. Puts another hit into him. He was, of course, her first target. Changing position again. This is one of the Artys that's actually quite fast. 56.3 kilometers an hour. And as I say, it's a very good Arty in terms of you can actually position the hull in any direction you like. And then from that, you can actually move directly after you fire to avoid counter battery fire. And that's especially useful if you're up against somebody who actually happens to know how to do a counter battery fire. Some tank driver who's worked out how you can actually hit enemy tanks that have suddenly been spotted by their tracer. Because you can move out the way before he even realizes that you've done it. Well, she didn't get a shot on that T2 Jaeger there, but he was on fire and he's lost a huge amount of hit points. And he's gone down now. He was killed by the T28 prototype. Now, the team are not doing so well at the moment because they're 2 tanks down. But look at this IS-7, the one that keeps getting hit. He decided to go up that slope and all of a sudden he's met a T95 coming the opposite way. Rounds out. Well, it actually hit the ground, funnily enough. I think in fact, it might have hit the wall of the wall around it, rather than the ground, and it just counted as a close shot for splashing. He didn't actually get any splash off that one at all. Now he's fully dialed it. She's fully dialed in now, and yes, the next shot does do something. Now, the trajectory of this Arty is fairly low, so if you do pick a spot where you've got tight walls to operate around, it is going to be difficult to get very good, accurate hits. The turret turns around, it's styling in. She's going for the Skoda T27. She fires the round in, but doesn't get anything there because the shell explodes in front of the wall, not behind it. The gun range is quite good. The stock one will actually reach the entire map. It's got good mobility because of the speed. It's got 56.3 kilometers an hour. And the rotating turret. Oh, yeah, she got that IS-7 after all. Persistence pays off. Yes, the rotating turret allows you to avoid getting counter batteries. It also has a fairly high accuracy, this Arty. And its reload, well, by the book, it's set 28.76 seconds by the book. Angelina's got 23.99. She fired a shot in there, blind, in the hope that it would splash the guy. Now, there's a Lorraine 40-ton tank over on the east of the map. He's not spotted, but this Patton tank is very definitely spotted. He was trying to push his way up, and now he's gone down to the GW Tiger P, which is our opposite number in this game. He's just around the corner. Yes, Angelina's having a look in that dip. I think most tanks, if they go to that corner now, they use that big bush because they've made it fairly obvious where the enemy tank is likely to take a look. And so it's a case of, you know, if you sit in the obvious bush, you stand a chance of getting wiped out. That's why the art of not being seen is so important. And there he is, you see. And yes, he's very low on hit points. And he has been spotted. And he's going straight to the bush again. And in fact, it's the GW Tiger P who claims him. But that GW Tiger P is now on 3 kills to Angelina's 2. And of course, Angelina got one of the enemy RT as well as the IS-7. Now, ELC keeps moving about, trying to scout. But really, at this point in the game, what he should be doing is trying to make his way up the east side of the map and being very, very scarce to avoid attracting spots from other teammates or from the enemy. What he could do, legitimately, is actually use the bushes on that side of the map to spot where everyone is. There is one enemy tank up on the hill at the moment, fighting it out. In fact, it's the IS-3. We fire at the Kampfpanzer. We're 1 down on the enemy now, and our G-Saw is now trying to fight it out with the IS-3, and unfortunately G-Saw is taking lots of hits. And there's that ELC again. He's persistent, isn't he? Keeps coming back. That might not work out for him if he keeps doing that, because sooner or later somebody tracks him, rounds out. That was very close. Yes, if you keep running around all the time, somebody sooner or later is going to track you. And when they track you in position, it's very easy for somebody else to take you out. And the ELC finally gets wiped out. The Skodas are one shot. Now, he's gone down to that corner, but he's just too far away from the corner for us to get a hit. I think he knows that as well. He's trying to be very distant from the splash circle. He doesn't want to be in the blast radius, but we just saw the tracer coming out from the M53, M55, so we put one in there. Angelina should change position now just to avoid, and the G-Saw in the castle grounds has gone down. The Patton's got in there on our team, but he's actually facing 2 tanks, not 1. Oh, well, that evens things up. The GW Tiger again claims another kill. Now he's on 4. It's a bit surprising, really, because he's a noob with a 47% win rate. But he's getting good shots. And he's taking kills. Or collecting names, as they say. Okay, she's pulled back from her previous position. It's 5 left on either team. Our team still has both Arty, but the enemy team... Oh, Skoda, that was a bad mate. That was a bad mistake, I should say. Yep, he went around that corner, and yep, that was enough for Angelina to say thank you. She snapped that one in, and the Scorpion has been making the same mistake. And it looks like he's going to go down probably to the CS52C. Now, we're going to fire on that corner. She's dialed in on that spot. She's probably going to splash the guy if he is there. She's waiting for it to suddenly appear. And the interesting thing is, Angelina's platooned with the other Arty on our team, the GW Tiger P. They've both got over 3 kills now, which means the possibility of getting a brothers in arms. So we're going back to where the M53, M55 was last seen. Angelina really knows how to work that position because, of course, it's all about hugging the wall and pulling back to take a shot and then moving forward again. Well, that was the GW just firing one in. Oh, I just heard the enemy RT fire. And in fact, they're going for the GW and the IS-3 is just around the corner. Now, we really need to save our teammate in the GW. Otherwise, we're not going to get this. We're not going to get the brothers in arms. So we changed the angle. Now, beautiful shot. Saved her teammate. They both got 4 kills, but we did get spotted. So now we need to move. And you just saw the enemy RT fire. The Scorpion G, unfortunately, did kill our CS-52C. But the good news now is that we are now free of that IS-3, and all the enemy's got is a Scorpion, a T-30, and that M53, M55. Okay, the Arty's in sight, and in fact the GW Tiger P recognised Angelina's contribution to saving his neck. The Scorpion G's bit the dust. The Object Treble 7 version 2 got him, and that just leaves the 2 enemies remaining, the T-30. And if all the Arty, both Arties, pummel that T-30, because we know the position he was in last, it's just a matter of pumping those shells into his position. Once he's gone, it's only going to be the M53, M55. So pick a side, mark the ground, and then pump those rounds in as fast as you can. Even hitting the back wall will cause some splashback onto the enemy T-30. The Treble 7's coming in. He'll probably be able to give us spots, but it will be a really good idea to keep the pressure up on that T-30 by pumping those shells in. And you say an ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. If you can keep pumping those rounds in, the T-30 is going to be so shook up by the time, and she's doing it, she's marking the ground. He's going to be so shook up by the time that the Treble 7 turns up, he's not going to be able to think straight. And he won't be able to react quickly. There he is, rounds out, here we go. First shell goes in, 117. Now we need the GW to do the same. Yes, he is, he's doing the same. Pumping those rounds in. Now Angelina can get further onto the middle island while she's reloading. She's almost ready, so she can stop on the bank as soon as she's loaded. Pump another one in. Keep those shells going in. Okay, she's ready to go. Okay. 2-minute warning. There, he's there. On the corner. That's it. Rounds out. Again, he gets stunned. We just lost our pattern tank. He crashed off the top of the hill. So unfortunately, he made a big boo-boo. He should have gone round. There's the GW pumping the rounds in. We need to get another one in. Okay, there's the T-30 again. Get ready. We'll load it. Put another one in there. Plenty of ammo to spare. Oh, he pulled out. He's going after, but the Treble 7 got him. He made a huge blunder, the T-30. Came out of his hole to have a go at the Treble 7. But the Treble 7 was just waiting for that. And now it's just a charge towards the enemy cap area. You can see the M53's just fired. And it's in the last few seconds of the game. And he gets killed by the Treble 7. And that is the end of the first game. Well, Angelina certainly provides us with some exciting games in her contest with talon1958. She got a second-class tanker out of this one and a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. They both got 4, her and her platoon mate. And she also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 8. And she got the brothers in arms because she was in platoon with the GW Tiger P, and he also got at least 3 kills. In fact, she saved his neck as well, and she picked up 1,929 base experience points out of that one. Not base experience, it's win 8, what am I saying? Which is very good indeed. So, yes, as she says, on the edge of my seat. Well, it was one of those exciting games which goes down to the last minute. And it's just a matter of Arty putting the pressure on the enemy, pumping those shells in until they give up under the weakness. I guess he moved because he didn't want to sit there and keep getting pummeled by Arty rounds. And in doing so, the treble 7 got an easy kill on him as he pulled out. I thought for a second Angelina missed out on getting another bit of damage, but no, she was the one who provoked him to move, and he made the mistake. So, a nice little win. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, Angelina didn't get the highest damage. In fact, it was that T30 got the high caliber for 5,247 hit points. So, I guess he wasn't too upset because, of course, he did get the only medal on his team. 5,247 means he was doing a lot of sniping from the base, the red line on the map. The second highest damage went to the Object Treble 277 on our team with 4,433. And the third highest, well, that goes to the T95 with 3,091. We can see that treble 7 got 1,977. And Angelina picked up 1,679. The GW Tiger P got 1,656. And both of them got the brothers in arms as well. And it's really nice when you get a teammate where you actually do save their neck and they respond to say thank you. That is good. When it came to kills, you can see the top scorers were the Object Treble 7 version 2 with that last kill on T30, and then the M53, M55. And of course, Angelina picked up 4, and the GW Tiger P got 4. And then second place went to the T30, who got basically spoofed into moving out, and or rather encouraged to move, and they got him. When it came to base XP, it was the 277 got the most with 967, based on the fact, of course, he got the highest damage on the winning team. 920 went to the GW Tiger P, and 883 went to the Object Treble 7 version 2, with Angelina getting 792, which is in 5th place, but it's not far behind the others. We look at detail. 19 shots fired, a lovely number of rounds. You've got plenty of ammunition to spare in this Arty. So it's 36 rounds in total, but you could just keep pumping those shells out to really work those camping players out of their position. If they want to sit there, they're going to constantly get hammered until they decide to move. And the moment they do move, that's when they become vulnerable. 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot and 17 splash. I'm pretty sure that penetrating shot was definitely the M40, M43. Yes, it was. Went right through him. And going back to the details, 1,679 hit points of damage, of which 1,605 were at more than 300 meters. So she did actually get some close range damage, and that was on the IS-3 when he tried to kill her platoon mate. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 316 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns. On a free-to-play account, Angelina made a loss of 3,800 credits from the game. She did get 25 bonds, but she also picked up 1,584 experience points. So she got something benefit from it in the mission accomplishment to the getting 25 bonds. But I think the reason why she only got a second class was there wasn't a lot of stun assists out of this game. So that's where she didn't benefit as much. But she was doing actual damage in this battle. The second replay is on the Pilsen map, North Spawn, and it's Talon. Yes, talon1958 of OLIMP with his first replay, and he's using the same Arty. Now, I wonder what he's going to do, because I actually did demonstrate that there is quite a lot of value from going to the railway line. I think other players have actually done the same, and it does actually help you win the railway line if you've got Arty support, and that's mainly down to the fact that you can actually pump shells into the enemy when they're least expecting it. Now, I think he might be actually firing from this position. Or is he going elsewhere? Well, that was very close to the EBR-90. It's tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it. Now, Talon's reload is 23.99 seconds. Oh, and the ISU-152 is getting in the way. Oh, we just got spotted by the EBR. Got a lot of lag at the moment. Okay, that's better. The EBR's still alive, and he's still threatening us. He's coming down that road. Very, very shortly, he's going to turn up. Talon's dialed in. Oh, the EBR just got rammed by the CDA. Oh, and the kill shot went in, so he's out the game. And I don't think he spotted us the second time, so we are unspotted on the enemy at the moment. There are enemy right down at the far end, so we ought to get shots on them. It's a pattern tank. We're dialing in. Rounds out. Big hit. 160. We're fairly long on stun. It's tracked him. Now, guys, do the work. Get us some stun assist. He's going to go down. He is now one shot. And there you go. He's popped out. Now, with this vehicle, we can quickly move down to the far, or to the middle, and we can shoot through on the enemy tanks on the south side of the, or the southwest side of the map. And the beauty of that is that they can't avoid the shells, because the shells are actually coming in on their sides, not from their right, or not from their head. So it's very difficult for the enemies to avoid this. Rounds out. Oh, that one hit the wall. Yes, you need to get about halfway down, then you can shoot through the factories. It totally changes the perspective from an Arty player's point of view. Especially useful on encounter maps when the cap is in the factory, because of course then you've got full control of the cap area. For case VK7501 getting pummeled in the cap area, we'll put one round in. Thank you very much. 218 hit points, but he is stunned, and we're going to pick some stun assist off this guy. Yep. And there you go. We've got all of it. Now, who's next? Okay, Panzer 58 Mutz thinks he's safe on that spot. And of course he's not. He's very unsafe. Even when the enemy pulls as far north as the other end of the factories, they are still in grave danger, because we can still pump rounds in on them. 155. We've got their cap area now. So if we wanted to, we could force them to come back. They do have a CS52 list, and we could certainly put some punishment on him. Well, he's gone. And there's the enemy Arty. The M53, we're dialing in. Rounds out. Lands just behind him, but it stuns him. And he's gone. So we got the stun assist off him as well. And now the Scorpion's in trouble. Although he wasn't stunned, but we're about to shoot again. So he's more than likely going to be stunned when he gets wiped out. Shells are going in that direction. Here we go. Rounds out. That was a direct hit on the Scorpion. And of course, they've got very thin armor. So these shells, with their penetration, 48 millimeters, they should be able to go through a Scorpion. And they might actually get a very, well, a penetrating shot would be a very, very nice indeed. That Scorpion is still there, so we can put another round. Rounds out. Didn't get any kill, but look at this IS-3A. We marked the target to tell our teammates we're going for it. Just lining him up. The Scorpion's invisible again. We didn't get a penetrating shot, but he is low on hit points now, and he's taking more damage. Okay, IS-3's next. Rounds out. Yep, that was very close. He's now one shot. So now the enemy's in a bit of a predicament because they can't really get close to our cap, and they can't, they're stuck in the middle, and they are getting pummeled by the shells from Talon. He's just changed position. He doesn't need to, because of course he actually has killed the enemy RT. Well, no, actually there is one enemy RT, a Bat Châtillon 155-55, and we don't know where he is. I wonder if he's in that corner where the Scorpion is. There's the Skoda. We've got no shot on him, but the ISU-152 can. There's the Panzer 58 Mutz. Okay, we can hit him. Rounds out. Right in front of him, stuns him. And he can't get rid of the stun, and he goes down. So that's more stun assist. You can see now where the enemy tanks, they're trying to collect near their cap area. We don't really have a shot there. There's the Jagdtiger. We can hit him. Okay, lined up, rounds out, and direct hit on him for 110. But it's on the barrel of his gun, which is going to damage his gun unless he puts that back in. Can't get the IS-3A, but he is a one-shot. There goes the Skoda. We're almost loaded. He's obviously trying to get a shot. And rounds out. Another hit. Nate's more one-shot. He goes down. This is very good. The Jagdtiger's turned up, but from this angle, we haven't got a shot. Okay, they've just lost their IS-3A. Now we can drive towards the enemy and go for either a damage on the Scorpion if it gets spotted. But we've also got to remember that Bat Châtillon 155-55's out there somewhere. We have a numerical advantage now. He stopped here. Oh, there's the Bat Châtillon, and he is still in the woods, in the corner. And the Scorpion went down, so rounds out. Could he get a hit? Yes, he does. And a big one at that. 323 tracked. He's stunned. And the AMX CDA-105 is going up there to get the kill. He's marked the spot to say that's where I think he is. He's still there. We're almost about to. And no, we don't get that one. That was wishful thinking. Okay, now drive straight towards the cap. Put the pressure on that Jagdtiger. He's down to a quarter of his health now. When he starts hearing the siren, he knows it's only a matter of time now. And we can park behind that wreck, actually, if we wanted to. That would just make it even worse for the enemy, using his own teammates against him. And he's doing exactly that. Parked behind the wreck. Okay, if he comes up to one of those gates to try and get a shot at us, he's going to suddenly realise, oh, I can't shoot him. Here he comes. He's coming in. Okay, have we got a shot? No, we've got a red line. The building's in the way. But if he backs up, we can hit him. We're waiting for the turret to turn. Okay, he's trying to get a bit of angle on that Jagdtiger. The Jagdtiger is dealing a lot of damage, actually. I'm wondering if he ought to go in there and lend his 155mm howitzer to close range support. He hasn't got a shot. He's got no reticule. I would actually encourage him to go in now. But that's the end of the game, and it's the AMX CDA that gets the kill. Here's is the end of battle result, and that was a first-class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11, and he got a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out. In fact, you can see here that he didn't get a single kill, but he certainly hit a lot of the enemy, which is why he got the Confederate medal. His win rate from that one, 1,814, which is very good indeed. And let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the Object Treble 7-2 on the enemy team with 3,990 hit points. Second highest damage was the IS-3A on the enemy team, 3,794. And the Jagdtiger managed 3,728. The highest damage on our team was only 2,414. But I guess most of our team was doing reasonably good damage. And the enemy team, well, it was only a few players who were actually performing well. And of course, the rest of the team got slaughtered fairly easily. When it came to Talon, he got 1,994 hit points of damage out of that game. He's 4th in his own team on damage, but he actually managed to get beat all but 3 on the enemy team, 3 in his own team. That means he's 7th on damage overall. The highest scorer was that CS59 with 2,414, and the AMX-CDA got the last kill of the game with 2,135. When it came to kills, you can see the IS-3 managed to get 4 kills. 3 kills went to the IS-3A on the enemy team, and 2 kills, well, a lot of players, the AMX-CDA, the Emil1951, the EBR, the ISU-152, the Nomad, all got 2 kills. Only 2 players on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was their Object Treble 7 version 2 and the Skoda T56. And when it came to base XP, you can see Talon didn't get any kills, but he certainly did get a high base XP because, of course, he did get stun assist en masse. You can see the first place was the EBR-90 getting 965, mostly down to spotting, I suspect. Yep, 2,728 of spotting in that game, and he did get actual damage as well, although he didn't survive the game. He did get a super income win 8, so he was performing. And when it came to Talon, he got 944 rather in 2nd place. 3rd place goes to the AMX-CDA with 934. Talon fired 13 rounds, got 6 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but he did get 12 splash. 1,994 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 90 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he got 1,679 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns, and that's why he got a first class win. Angelina only got a second. She also managed to get 61 capture points in the cap right at the end of the game, so he's putting pressure on that Jagdtiger. Even if the Jagdtiger was able to beat our teammates, he was still coming up against the problem that there was an Arty sitting in the cap, and he couldn't get at him. And consequently, he was panicking and making wrong moves, and that's why they got him in the end. Talon got 73,231 credits profit on a premium count in that one. He got a 50,000 credit bonus for mission completion. He also picked up 2,832 experience points out of it as well. So yes, he thought it was going to be a loss when he was spotted by the EBR-90. Well, that was just the enemy EBR being very, very efficient at going around trying to find out where everyone is, so he could actually then help his teammates to get or see what they were going to do. The enemy probably reckoned on the fact that because we were so heavy on the railway line side, that our guys in the factory wouldn't be able to stand their assault, and they pushed as hard as they could. They did get to the exits to the factory on the north side, but then they had to turn around and come back because, of course, our guys steamed down the railway line and quickly got into the enemy cap area and started taking the enemy from rear. And so that tactic of actually using the railway line can actually be very, very efficient, especially if you get Pilsen encounter, because, of course, then you're shooting into the cap area from the railway lines, and that really upsets the enemy because there's nowhere they can hide inside that cap area, because everywhere you fire from the railway line is going to hit it. So you might actually meet the enemy Arty if he knows that, and he might come over to the same spot to do it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. This means that Talon was actually in the lead at this spot because he had a first class bruiser and a Confederate, And of course, that beat Angelina's second class bruiser and the brothers in arms, because on the fact that it was he got a first class and Angelina got a second. So there's a deciding replay to come up, and that's going to come in another video. So you'll get to see which one of them actually won the contest last weekend. Hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.